Beautiful.
네가 가는 곳에 나도 함께 갈게.
Really, really nice. That girl has like Mariah Carey vibes in her tone.
널 위해서 매일 웃고 널 위해서 기도하고 네 생각에 잠들고 널 부르며 눈을 떠 내 옆에서 지켜주고 내 옆에서 감싸주는 넌 나의 천국인 걸 You're my only one way 오직 너를 원해 내가 네 곁에 있음에 감사해 You're the only one way 이 세상 속에 사랑을 하게 해준 너나로 나는 행복해
Both of these singers are highly, highly functional. Great, they're great. It's so perfect that it makes me think there could be a little bit of editing, but as you know, that does not mean anything in the grand scheme of things as far as their ability goes. Their harmonies are really tight. Each individual tones are polished and unique enough that we certainly hear I don't want to say the difference between them, but they each definitely have their own vibe, their own sound, their own tone. They're working together really well. I think they're both very expressive singers, which means they're putting a lot of skill to use. That's great. That's beautiful. That's really, really beautiful use of like little yodely register changes coming back and forth, making us feel like on those high notes. Really beautiful. Do you hear that pitch bend? Christina Aguilera is very famous for doing that. And this was a little bit more of a subtle version, which some might argue is even nicer than having it be more extreme. But these singers are both very skilled. Love that. Love her use of really beautiful. Nice. They're doing agility or, I don't think I'd call it a riff, but they're moving through fairly fast interval changes together in harmony very well. This is a cool example of when there are two very powerful singers, two or more, where they are somewhat improvising, and it could be a mess, and both singers are extra. They're all really giving her, and it's still working. It feels powerful. It feels interesting. It feels like both of them are contributing in a meaningful way. It doesn't just feel like a sword fight. it feels like both of them are working together but still showing off their individual skills, their individual tastes. Great singers. Great singers. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's funny. I was like, what is... I thought they were just making a noise like, nabbin, 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 nabbin. And then I was like, oh, they're saying heaven, 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 heaven. Heaven, 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 heaven.
So they didn't really do the H.
They didn't really do the H,
supposed to.
but it's also the backwards emphasis. Because we say heaven, they were like heaven, like they had the emphasis on the other syllable. It's interesting seeing these places that use like one or two English words or one or two English phrases. It would be hard as fuck to always have to toss in another language for a sec. They do really well. Want to know the secret of how singers make a song sound so emotional? Somewhere over the rainbow. They switch registration. They move through different places in their voice, just like we do in everyday life when we're laughing, talking, crying, yelling, screaming, grieving, all the things. For example, somewhere. Do you notice how I'm going from a thicker, more spoken place, to an airy place where I might cry? Where? I'm going from chest voice to an airy falsetto. You're gonna try. So first, talk or yell this note, kind of aggressive. Some. Now I want you to float up to this higher note in the place where we sigh or cry. Ha, where, ha. Again, somewhere. Let's put them together. Somewhere. Notice how I'm hanging out on the M. Somewhere. And then popping up on the vowel of where. Somewhere. Can you hear and feel the emotion you're baking in with this technique? If not, keep trying.